Deep in the void of space, the war zone stretched like a dark ocean of stars. Alien fleets moved in perfect formation, their massive warships glinting under distant suns. Each ship was armed with weapons that could annihilate planets. Yet, despite all this power, a rumor spread among them, whispers of a human supership. The name alone sent shivers down the ranks, USS Blackstar. Humans? One alien commander scoffed, his voice crackling through the ship's comms. Their species is weak. Their technology is primitive. How can they even threaten us? Others laughed. Many had heard tales of human courage, of their strange, unpredictable tactics. But no one had ever faced a human vessel of this scale. To the aliens, the Blackstar seemed small, almost fragile against their massive dreadnoughts. But curiosity mixed with contempt. The fleet advanced, scanning the empty darkness, searching for the source of the whispers. Somewhere out there the humans waited. Then a shimmer of light appeared in the distance. Slowly at first, then faster, a shape emerged from hyperspace. It was larger than any alien fighter but smaller than a capital ship. Its hull gleamed black, absorbing light like a shadow. Energy lines traced its edges, glowing faintly like molten metal. The aliens froze as their sensors tried to read it. Their instruments flickered and failed. The readings were impossible. Every measurement conflicted with itself. The ship's power output was off the charts, yet somehow it moved with quiet grace. The Blackstar was real, and it was unlike anything they had ever seen. Inside the Blackstar, the human crew moved efficiently without panic. Captain Marcus Kane stood on the bridge, his hands resting lightly on the command console. His eyes scanned the tactical display. "Status report," he said calmly. "Enemy fleets in formation, Captain." "They've detected us," a young officer replied, tension in her voice. Kane nodded. "Then let's show them why they should fear humans." At that moment, the ship's weapons systems hummed to life. Energy pulsed through the conduits, flowing into massive cannons and missile launchers. But this was no ordinary weapon. The humans had designed something entirely new, a hybrid of energy and plasma, capable of destroying targets at a distance the aliens couldn't imagine. The alien commanders noticed the sudden energy spike. Warnings blared in their ships. "What is that reading?" one shrieked. "Our sensors, they can't measure it." Panic rippled through the fleet. Some ships tried to maneuver, others prepared shields, but the Blackstar did not wait. It moved forward, smooth and unstoppable, like a predator closing in on its prey. Then came the first shot. The cannon discharged a beam of light so bright it turned the surrounding darkness into day. The energy streaked across space, faster than anything in the galaxy. A distant planet, home to a minor alien outpost, erupted in flames. Within seconds it was gone, vaporized into dust and fire. Silence fell over the alien fleet. Sensors went haywire. Screens cracked from overload. Alien commanders stared at the destruction in disbelief. "Impossible," one shouted. "That weapon, it cannot exist." On the Blackstar's bridge, Kane's face was calm. "Prepare the second shot," he ordered. "We are just beginning." The alien fleet scrambled. Hundreds of ships tried to focus fire on the human ship, but their beams barely touched the hull. The Blackstar moved with uncanny precision, dodging attacks effortlessly. It was as if the ship anticipated every move before it happened. "Captain, they're regrouping," the young officer said nervously. "They are forming a battle line." Kane smiled slightly. "Let them. We'll break it before it even forms." Outside, space became chaos. Explosions lit up the void. Alien fighters tried to swarm the Blackstar, only to be annihilated before reaching its shields. Alien capital ships unleashed volleys of energy, but each strike was absorbed, converted, and reflected back. The Blackstar was not just a ship, it was a storm, consuming energy and turning it into firepower beyond comprehension. Some alien commanders began to whisper in fear. "We underestimated them," one muttered. "They are not like any enemy we have faced. Their war machines, their strategies, everything is different." The camera-like sensors of the alien ships tracked the human vessel as it advanced. Every shot, every movement was precise. The crew inside seemed almost superhuman, yet there was no hint of fear, no hesitation. They fought as one, connected to their ship and their mission. The Blackstar fired again. A chain of explosions lit the battlefield, wiping out the alien front lines. Smoke and energy arcs filled space. The once confident alien commanders now stared at the devastation in horror. "What kind of weapon is this?" another cried. "What kind of humans can build this?" And in the bridge of the Blackstar, Marcus Kane simply looked out at the burning horizon. They will learn soon enough, he said quietly. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy trembled at the sight of humans. And the war had only just begun. Cliffhanger. The Blackstar's engines roared to life. The next target was visible, a massive alien warship shielded and armed to the teeth. Kane's voice echoed through the bridge. Let's see how they handle this. And with that, the humans moved forward, unstoppable, leaving the alien fleet in terror and chaos. The void of space trembled with the echoes of destruction. The alien fleet that had once mocked humanity now recoiled in fear. The distant planets they claimed as their territories were turning into nothing but ashes and smoke. Their sensors, once proud and precise, now quivered under readings that made no sense. The USS Blackstar glided forward, silent yet unstoppable, its hull shining black under the distant stars. Every weapon system glowed with deadly energy, humming like a beast ready to pounce. Alien commanders barked orders frantically, but the fleet was disorganized, scattered by fear and the shock of seeing entire ships vaporized in seconds. On the Blackstar's bridge, Captain Marcus Kane stood tall. His calm presence contrasted the chaos outside. "Keep moving forward," he said, voice steady. "Focus on the central fleet. Don't allow them to regroup." The weapons officer nodded. "Captain, our energy levels are stable. Shields at full. Weapons primed for maximum output." Kane smiled faintly. "Then let's remind them why humans are feared." The alien scouts tried to approach the Blackstar cautiously, attempting to scan it for weaknesses. Tiny ships darted toward the human vessel, hoping to find a flaw. But each scout disappeared before reaching the shields, swallowed by concentrated plasma beams that cut through space like lightning. From the alien perspective, the human ship seemed impossible to defeat. Every attack was absorbed, deflected, or reflected back with greater power. The Blackstar moved with uncanny intelligence, almost as if it anticipated each maneuver the aliens made. Inside the Blackstar, the AI hummed softly, coordinating attacks with surgical precision. Drones were deployed silently, moving faster than alien sensors could track. They disabled shield generators and communications on key enemy ships. The humans fought not just with weapons, they fought with strategy and overwhelming coordination. In one moment of desperation, an alien commander ordered a full salvo at the Blackstar. Hundreds of energy beams and missiles streaked through space toward the human vessel. The fleet watched in awe and terror as every projectile vanished before reaching its target. The Blackstar's shields absorbed the attacks, glowing brighter with each strike, converting enemy energy into a devastating counterattack. "Captain," the weapons officer said, voice tight with tension, "they're trying to overwhelm us. Their fleet is huge, and they're not stopping." Kane's eyes narrowed. "Good. Let them try. The more they fire, the stronger we become." Outside, the battlefield became a storm of fire and destruction. Alien ships were reduced to fragments in seconds. Smoke and energy arcs filled the void, like a fireworks display of annihilation. The galaxy itself seemed to tremble. Among the alien commanders, panic spread. "We underestimated them," one shouted, shaking his clawed hands. "They are not like any humans we have fought before." "They are unstoppable," another whispered. Some aliens tried to retreat, but the Blackstar anticipated every escape route. Its engines flared, propelling it with incredible speed. The ship turned with impossible agility, striking multiple targets simultaneously. No alien fleet formation could contain it. In the chaos, small human fighter squads appeared. They darted between larger ships, disabling weapons, cutting communications, and spreading terror. The aliens realized that the Blackstar was not alone. Humanity had hidden forces, invisible and deadly, striking silently and vanishing before retaliation. The alien command center filled with frantic chatter. "We need to call reinforcements. Send for the superweapon. Destroy them at any cost." But the humans had already prepared for that. The Blackstar unleashed a concentrated energy pulse, targeting the alien fleet's command ship. The blast hit with precision, obliterating it instantly. Alien leaders screamed in disbelief as their flagship turned into a fireball drifting silently through space. Kane watched it happen, expression calm but determined. "Tell the fleet, focus only on defense. We strike where they are weakest next." The Blackstar's movements were almost poetic, weaving through explosions and debris. Every action was calculated, every attack devastating. Alien ships could only watch as their numbers dwindled. The humans had turned the battlefield into a nightmare. Some alien officers began to question everything they believed about humans. "Their technology, their tactics, they are beyond our comprehension." This is not just war. This is annihilation. And yet, the humans did not fight for conquest. They fought for survival, for dominance, and to show the galaxy that Earth's people were not to be underestimated. Kane's voice cut through the bridge. Prepare for the next target. Move in formation. Outside, the alien fleet tried to regroup, but fear had taken hold. Their formations were chaotic, their strategies disjointed. Every decision was met with the shadow of the Blackstar striking before they could act. "Captain," the navigator said, pointing at the sensors, "there is movement, enemy reinforcements are approaching from the far sector." Kane nodded. "Let them come. We will show them the true meaning of fire." And so, the Blackstar advanced. Each flash of its weapons left planets trembling and fleets in ruin. The humans were not just soldiers, they were a storm, a force the galaxy had never faced. The alien commanders whispered among themselves, fear etched into their faces. "We were wrong, humans are not weak. They are the end of everything we know." The Blackstar's engines flared brighter. The next phase of the attack was ready. The humans moved like shadows across the stars, striking with precision, leaving nothing alive in their path. Cliffhanger. As the alien reinforcements approached, one commander gasped, "If the Blackstar destroys them, our entire fleet will vanish." And in the silence before the next wave, the galaxy waited, trembling for the Inferno to strike again. The alien fleets were scattered across the void, still reeling from the destruction caused by the USS Blackstar. Entire divisions had been wiped out in moments. Commanders barked orders, their voices trembling with anger and fear, but coordination was nearly impossible. Every ship that tried to move forward was destroyed before it reached the humans. Somewhere in the chaos, Captain Marcus Kane watched the battlefield with cold precision. He knew the aliens were desperate. Their pride had been shattered. Their confidence, broken. And now, it was time for the humans' secret weapon to reveal itself. "Status report," Kane asked calmly. Weapons Officer Elena Park replied, "Blackstar's energy reserves are stable. Shields are intact. The fleet is ready." Kane nodded. "Good. Send in the shadows." Outside, tiny blips appeared on the alien sensors. At first, the commanders thought it was a malfunction. But as the objects approached, panic spread. They were human fighters, hundreds of them, moving at speeds the aliens had never seen. Their hulls were small, almost invisible, but their weapons carried the same devastating energy as the Blackstar. "They're everywhere," one alien officer whispered. "How did they get so close without detection?" The human fighters struck silently. In a coordinated dance, they disabled enemy shields, destroyed communication arrays, and took out missile launchers. Entire wings of alien ships were paralyzed before they could react. It was not just power, it was strategy, precision, and timing, something the aliens had never encountered in their long history of warfare. "Captain, they are responding," Park said. "The aliens are trying to form a defense line." Kane smiled faintly. "Let them. They'll learn soon enough why humans fight the way we do." The alien fleet tried to adapt. They sent reinforcements from distant sectors, hoping to overwhelm the human ships. But every attack was anticipated. Every move was countered. The humans were not only fast, they were smarter, more coordinated than the aliens had ever imagined. One alien commander screamed orders, frustration and fear mixing in his voice. "Do not let them destroy the fleet. Use the energy cannons. Focus fire on the Blackstar." But the humans were ready. The Blackstar's cannons fired again, combining concentrated plasma beams with energy pulses that neutralized entire sections of the enemy fleet. Small fighter squads darted between the destruction, spreading chaos like a virus. Planets in the background shook as distant stations exploded, leaving debris drifting silently through space. Inside the Blackstar, the crew moved as one. Each action was connected, every decision calculated with perfect precision. The ship's AI guided fighters, calculated trajectories and monitored enemy movements. Kane's eyes scanned the displays, watching the battlefield shrink in front of him. "They are stronger than we expected," an alien admiral said, fear creeping into his tone. "They are not just one ship. It is an army we cannot fight." The aliens tried to form defensive formations, but the human fighters moved through gaps before they could react. Each ship that survived the initial attack faced the same fate, a precise strike from multiple angles that left no chance of escape. Kane issued a new command. "Engage long-range protocols. Prepare energy sweep." A massive wave of energy pulsed from the Blackstar. It traveled faster than light, striking at enemy shields from a distance. Alien weapons failed, systems overheated, and ships were torn apart from within. The battlefield was covered in fire and smoke, yet the humans advanced without hesitation. From the alien perspective, it was like watching ghosts destroy everything in their path. They could see the ships but they could not stop them. Every defense they created was met with a counter they could not understand. Panic spread across the ranks. Why are they so strong? An alien officer screamed, shaking his clawed hands. This cannot be human technology. But humans were not just machines or weapons. They were unpredictably clever. Each attack seemed random yet perfectly calculated. Each maneuver perfectly timed. The Blackstar and its hidden fleet moved as if guided by a single mind. The alien commanders convened, desperate to find a solution. We cannot win against them. We need reinforcements. Destroy them before they reach our central command. But it was too late. The human fighters had already cut through the perimeter. Key command ships were disabled and alien coordination collapsed. The Blackstar advanced, unstoppable, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. "Captain," Park said, her voice tense but controlled, "they are attempting a final attack formation. If they succeed, it may damage the Blackstar." Kane shook his head. "No. We are ready. Initiate adaptive response. Let them come." The alien fleet unleashed their most powerful weapons. Energy beams, plasma cannons, missiles, everything fired at the Blackstar and its escorting fighters. The humans' shields absorbed the attacks, converting them into energy for counterstrikes. The battlefield erupted in explosions, fire, and arcs of energy. But the humans pressed forward. Small fighter squads moved like shadows, striking at weak points, avoiding detection and destroying defenses. The aliens were overwhelmed. Every calculation they made failed. Every strategy crumbled. Humanity's secret weapon, speed, coordination, and pure firepower, was proving unstoppable. Finally, Kane watched as the alien Super Command ship came into view. Its size was massive, its weapons the largest the aliens had ever deployed. The human fighters swarmed around it, taking out shields and targeting systems. The Blackstar focused its energy. "Engage full power," Kane commanded. The cannon discharged a beam brighter than any star. It cut through shields, armor, and defenses in one instant. The Super Command ship exploded, sending fragments and energy arcs into space. Alien fleets around it were thrown into chaos. The galaxy trembled. For the first time, the aliens realized they had underestimated humans. They had mocked them, called them weak, and now they faced annihilation. Kane looked at the battlefield calmly. "This is just the beginning. Humanity will not be stopped. Prepare for the next phase." The alien commanders whispered in terror. "We cannot fight them, they are unstoppable." And somewhere in the vastness of space, the human fleet continued its advance, leaving a trail of fire and chaos. The Blackstar was not just a ship, it was a warning to the galaxy. A single message: never underestimate humans. Cliffhanger. As the remnants of the alien fleet regrouped in distant sectors, a shadow moved in the darkness. A hidden armada, larger and deadlier than anything the aliens could imagine. The humans would soon face the next challenge. But the galaxy already knew one thing for certain. Earth's warriors were not to be trifled with. The battlefield stretched across light years of darkness, littered with debris from destroyed ships and shattered planets. The alien fleets were in disarray. Their formations, once precise and intimidating, had become chaotic, scattered like leaves in a storm. Every attempt to reorganize was met with swift, deadly retaliation from the humans. The USS Blackstar led the charge, its black hull glowing with energy that no alien sensor could measure. Its cannons pulsed with molten light, and its engines flared with incredible power. Small human fighter squads moved around it, striking at weak points, disabling weapons, and leaving alien ships crippled in seconds. Inside the Blackstar, Captain Marcus Kane observed the battlefield calmly. His face reflected determination, not fear. Around him, the crew worked in perfect harmony. The ship's AI coordinated every movement, every strike, making sure no target escaped and no attack was wasted. "Captain," Weapons Officer Elena Park said, pointing to a cluster of alien dreadnoughts, "they are attempting a mass formation. If they succeed, we could be trapped." Kane's eyes narrowed. "Then we break it before it forms. Execute the flanking protocol. Fighters move now." Outside, human fighters darted through the chaos like shadows. They slipped between massive alien ships, sabotaging shields and engines. One by one, the alien dreadnoughts were disabled before they could fire a single shot. Explosions tore through space, casting a brief, hellish light across the void. The alien commanders panicked. "They are everywhere," one shrieked. How do they strike so fast? How do they know our moves before we make them? Another whispered in fear, "This is not a battle, it is annihilation. We cannot survive this." But humanity did not fight blindly. Every attack was strategic, every strike calculated. The Blackstar moved like the eye of a storm, surrounded by smaller human vessels that acted as both shield and sword. The aliens realized that attacking one human ship was pointless. They would face total destruction. One alien admiral ordered a concentrated attack on the Blackstar itself. Hundreds of energy beams, plasma missiles, and particle cannons were fired simultaneously. The human ship's shields flared, glowing brighter than a distant sun. Every attack was absorbed, redirected, or nullified. The aliens watched in terror as their own energy was turned against them. Inside the Blackstar, Kane remained calm. "Counterstrike at maximum output," he commanded. The ship responded instantly. A series of energy pulses shot out, targeting the alien warship's weakest points. Within seconds, several dreadnoughts exploded, turning into drifting debris. The alien fleet's morale broke. Some ships attempted to retreat, but the human fighters anticipated every route. No escape was possible. Every alien vessel that tried to flee was cut down, silently and efficiently. "Captain," Park said, her voice tense, "reinforcements are approaching from the far sector. They are larger and better armed than anything we have faced so far." Kane leaned forward, eyes fixed on the approaching fleet. "Then we welcome them. Let's show them the true meaning of firepower." The approaching fleet was massive, their shields stronger, their weapons larger, but the humans did not hesitate. The Blackstar's cannons glowed, ready to fire. Human fighters moved with incredible precision, weaving between shots, striking at key points in perfect coordination. The first shots hit the alien reinforcements. Massive explosions erupted, sending fragments flying across the battlefield. Shields failed, weapon systems overloaded, and alien ships began to falter under the relentless assault. The human forces moved like a storm, unpredictable and unstoppable. One alien commander, seeing his flagship destroyed in seconds, shouted orders in desperation. "Concentrate all fire on the Blackstar. Destroy it at any cost." But the humans were ready. Kane had anticipated this. "Divert all shields to forward arc-launched decoy drones." The Blackstar moved with unmatched speed. Energy beams deflected off its hull, while decoy drones drew enemy fire. In a brilliant maneuver, the ship turned the enemy's attack against them, causing massive chain explosions throughout the alien fleet. Entire sections of ships were obliterated, leaving nothing but fragments drifting in the void. Small human fighter squads moved in silence, finishing off weakened targets. They disabled engines, destroyed communication arrays, and struck at command centers. The aliens were overwhelmed, unable to mount any coordinated response. In the alien command center, panic and fear spread like wildfire. Officers yelled at each other, blaming mistakes and failure. "They are too strong. Their tactics, they are impossible to predict." "They are not just strong," another admitted in terror. "They are unstoppable." The Blackstar advanced through the battlefield, leaving fire and debris behind. Its engines flared, propelling it forward with deadly precision. The humans were not just fighting, they were annihilating, turning every move into a deadly strike. Kane gave one final command for the battle. "Focus fire on the central command ship. Once it falls, the rest will crumble." The cannons glowed brighter, pulsing with energy that bent space itself. A massive beam shot out, hitting the alien command ship dead center. The explosion was massive, consuming the vessel instantly. Shockwaves spread across space, damaging nearby ships. The alien fleet's morale collapsed entirely. "Captain, they are retreating," Park reported, excitement and tension in her voice. Kane nodded, his expression calm. "Let them run. We've proven our strength. Humanity has made its mark today." Outside, the battlefield was a scene of utter destruction. Alien ships floated as broken debris, planets and stations reduced to rubble. The humans moved as a unified force, precise and deadly. Every strike was calculated, every movement intentional. The galaxy had witnessed something it had never seen before. Humans were not just soldiers, they were a force of nature. And at the center of it all, the USS Blackstar stood undefeated, its weapons glowing, ready for the next battle. Cliffhanger. As the last of the alien ships fled, one officer whispered in horror, "If they come back, with everything they have, we will not survive." And in the silent void, the Blackstar's engines flared, moving toward the next target. The war had escalated, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The remnants of the alien fleets floated like broken ships in a field of stars. Smoke and energy arcs from the previous battles lingered in the void. The galaxy had never seen devastation on this scale. And yet, in the distance, a new threat emerged, one more dangerous than anything the humans had faced so far. The aliens had activated their ultimate weapon, a massive orbital superweapon larger than most planets, designed to annihilate entire fleets in a single strike. Its energy cores glowed ominously, and its shields shimmered with layers of impenetrable force. This was the final trump card, the weapon that could turn the tide of war in favor of the aliens. In the Blackstar's command center, Captain Marcus Kane observed the approaching superweapon. His expression remained calm, but inside, his mind raced with strategy. He knew that if this weapon fired without interference, the Blackstar and its accompanying fleets could be destroyed instantly. "We have company," Weapons Officer Elena Park said, pointing at the sensors. "It's huge, far bigger than anything we've seen. Its firepower could obliterate us in one shot." Kane's gaze didn't waver. "Then we stop it. Full tactical mode. Fighters, flank the weapon from every direction. Prepare energy surge." Outside, the Blackstar moved with incredible speed. Its smaller fighter squads darted through space like shadows, weaving between enemy defenses. Each human vessel knew its role perfectly. Some targeted shields, others disabled weapon systems, and a few focused solely on creating distractions. The aliens were confident. "Our weapon is unmatched," one commander said, watching the humans approach. "They cannot survive this. Prepare to fire." But humans had a plan the aliens could not predict. Kane ordered the Blackstar to move closer into the weapon's firing range. The aliens were sure he was making a mistake. "He is suicidal," one cried. Yet the Blackstar was no ordinary ship. Its shields flared to full capacity, absorbing the faint energy waves emanating from the superweapon. Its cannons glowed, ready to unleash devastation. The fighter squads moved with lightning speed, striking at critical points on the superweapon's surface. The first shots hit. Explosions rippled across the alien weapon's hull, but the shields held. The aliens cheered, until the Blackstar fired its main cannon. A beam of pure, concentrated energy cut through the weapon's defenses, penetrating the core. The superweapon shook violently, and alarms blared across the alien fleets. Inside the Blackstar, Kane's voice was steady. "Fighters, strike the core. Do not let it recover." The human squads moved with perfect timing, targeting the weak points of the massive weapon. Energy beams struck simultaneously from all directions. Sparks flew, shields flickered, and massive explosions tore through the superweapon structure. The alien commanders could only watch in disbelief. "Impossible. How can they destroy it? Our ultimate weapon, gone." But the Blackstar was not done. Kane ordered the ship to unleash an energy pulse, a massive wave of concentrated power that struck the alien reinforcements. Ships were ripped apart from within, their hulls cracking, systems failing, leaving nothing but debris in the void. Some alien ships tried to escape, but the humans anticipated every route. The Blackstar's fighters intercepted them with surgical precision, leaving the aliens trapped in a web of destruction. Panic spread like wildfire. "We cannot fight them," one officer stammered. "They are beyond anything we imagined." Kane remained focused. "Next target, command center ships. Disable them completely. We leave no chance for recovery." Outside, the Blackstar's cannons fired again. Each shot struck with devastating accuracy, reducing alien command vessels to rubble. Fighter squads moved between explosions, finishing off damaged ships and ensuring no survivors could coordinate. The battlefield was chaos, but the humans moved like a perfectly tuned machine. The alien fleets were collapsing. Their superweapon was destroyed, key ships obliterated, and their morale shattered. Yet Kane did not relax. He knew the battle was not fully over. Some alien forces were still operational, hiding in distant sectors, preparing for a desperate counterattack. "Captain," Park said, "some enemies are trying to regroup. They might launch another strike soon." Kane's eyes gleamed with determination. "Then we prepare. Humanity does not stop. We finish this before they can try." The aliens could only watch in horror as the Blackstar and its hidden human fleet advanced. Every move was calculated, every attack precise. Humanity's secret weapon, the combination of speed, intelligence, and firepower, had turned the tide completely. This cannot be human strength," an alien commander whispered, trembling. "They are unstoppable." The Blackstar's engines flared brighter. Its cannons glowed with molten energy, ready to strike the next target. The humans had proven that even the galaxy's deadliest superweapon could not stand against them. The battlefield was silent for a moment. The alien fleets, scattered and broken, floated aimlessly. Smoke and debris filled the void. The humans, however, were ready to continue the assault, ensuring that no enemy could ever recover. Cliffhanger. As the Blackstar moved toward the next alien fleet, sensors detected a massive shadow emerging from deep space. A hidden armada, more powerful than anything seen so far. Kane's lips curled into a confident smile. Looks like the war is about to get even more interesting. The galaxy held its breath. Humanity had won this battle, but the war was far from over. The battlefield was quiet now, but the silence was heavy. The void of space was littered with wreckage, shattered ships, drifting debris and fading energy arcs. The alien fleets that had once dominated entire sectors were broken, scattered, and in retreat. Their superweapon, the ultimate threat, had been destroyed, and their leaders were either fleeing or hiding in panic. At the center of it all, the USS Blackstar floated like a dark star, its hull gleaming despite the countless battles it had fought. Energy lines ran along its edges, flickering slightly from the immense power it had released. Around it, smaller human fighter squads patrolled, ensuring no alien force could regroup unnoticed. Inside the Blackstar, Captain Marcus Kane stood on the bridge, surveying the aftermath. His eyes were calm, focused, but carried a hint of gravity. The crew moved efficiently, checking systems, recharging weapons, and scanning the debris field for any remaining threats. "Captain," Weapons Officer Elena Park said, pointing to a cluster of alien signals, "some enemies are escaping to the outer sectors. They may try to reorganize." Kane's gaze didn't waver. "Let them go. For now. Humanity has sent a message. They will think twice before challenging us again. The galaxy must understand our strength, but we don't destroy everything in our path. Not yet." Outside, the stars were calm as if watching silently. But the galaxies would not forget. The name USS Blackstar would echo across sectors, whispered in fear by alien commanders, studied obsessively by strategists, and feared by all who underestimated humanity. A young crew member, wide-eyed, approached Kane. "Captain, do you think they will ever come back?" Kane's eyes softened slightly. "Perhaps. But next time they will know. Humanity does not fight to lose. And the Blackstar will always be ready." As the Blackstar prepared to leave the battlefield, a transmission was received from deep space, encrypted and unfamiliar. The human crew exchanged nervous glances. The alien threat might have been diminished, but the galaxy was vast and other powers were surely watching. "Analyze it immediately," Kane ordered. Park nodded, fingers flying across the controls. "Captain, this is not from the fleets we just destroyed. It's from another sector, an unknown origin. Their technology, it's unlike anything we've seen." Kane's eyes narrowed. "Prepare the Blackstar. We leave immediately. Humanity will meet them on our terms, not theirs." The Blackstar's engines flared, propelling the ship forward with unmatched speed. Fighter squads followed, weaving through debris, scanning for threats, and ensuring the path was clear. The galaxy watched in awe and fear. Humans had not just survived the war, they had rewritten the rules. In alien sectors, commanders gathered in secret. Their voices trembled with disbelief and fear. "They destroyed our fleets, our weapon, everything," one hissed. Another said, "We cannot underestimate them again. Humanity, they are beyond comprehension." Back on the Blackstar, Kane looked out at the stars, his silhouette framed by the glowing control panels. "This battle is over," he said quietly, "but the war for respect, for survival and for dominance, is only beginning." The human fleet moved through space like a silent shadow, leaving behind legends of fire, strategy, and fear. Every planet, every station, every fleet that had once doubted humans would remember the power they had unleashed. The Blackstar had become more than a ship, it was a symbol. A warning. A promise. The galaxy knew one thing for certain: humans were not to be underestimated. Cliffhanger/final suspense. As the Blackstar disappeared into the stars, the sensors detected something strange. An enormous signal pulsing from a distant corner of the galaxy. It was massive, organized, and moving fast. Kane's eyes narrowed. "Another challenge awaits," he said. "And humanity will be ready. Always." The stars stretched before them, endless and full of secrets. The Blackstar and its crew moved forward, leaving the galaxy in awe and fear. Humanity had won this battle, but the legend had only just begun.